Hi everybody, welcome to Mike's Classic Pinball. I, as you may have guessed by now, am Mike. So happy weekend to everybody and happy Halloween to everybody. I hope everybody has a really good and safe and fun time. I wanted to do a quick video for you this weekend. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this particular project, but what I'm doing mostly this weekend is that, but it's just going to be tinkering and bug shooting, so I'm not going to do a lot of filming with that. But we are going to get a lot done with Piccadilly today. Priorities have kind of changed a little bit. The other two are obviously really big priority, but last week I put up a picture of Piccadilly on the EM Pinball Facebook group, and within minutes Rob Burke got a hold of me and he wants it. So I'm going to kind of move stuff up a little bit. We're going to work out a deal and get something cool done. I think the plan is we're going to do a trade, and he's going to send me some really super in trade for this. But so we're going to get a lot done on Piccadilly today, and I'm going to show you at first what we're going to do and then kind of how we're going to proceed. So let's get going. All right, so I had my buddy Larry over yesterday, and we actually played a couple of rounds on this, and it is working nice now. So, but here's the plan for the next little bit. Obviously, we are going to strip the playfield today, and we're going to start cleaning this playfield. That's going to be top priority. I am going to double check, make sure that these skirts are the same as a standard skirt. I'm pretty sure they are, but I just want to triple check and make sure. So we're going to pull all of that, and we're going to completely strip down this playfield. I'm even going to pull the leaf switches from underneath, because what I need to do is straighten those out anyway. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to really clean this. Then we're going to put everything in a mean green bath, and we're going to get everything nice and shiny.
Give it a shine, give it a sheen.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to start, once it's all clean and set, we're going to start paint. Oh, that reminds me, I have something to show you. So I've mentioned a couple of times before, I do play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not like, I really enjoy it. I'm not like one of those guys who's super crazy into it, spend millions of dollars in every waking minute thinking about orcs and dragons and shit. But I do enjoy the game a lot, and I've made some really good friends. And so one of my one of my D&D buddies this last week brought me a little gift. He brought me a lovely one of these. Yes, this is my color book. This I can use to do paint matching. So that if I can't match it dead right, I can go and get the paint made. But this really helps if I need to go and get colors from Walmart or from Hobby Lobby or Joann's or something like that. So he actually just gave it to me. A contractor had left it at his house a little while ago, and I don't need exact colors and stuff like that because these fade over time, and I didn't really need a Pantone book either for the same reason. They do fade. I just need it in order to find the right color and match it up. So I'll find the right one that I'm looking for, and then I'll just put a paper clip on it and make a note of it, and then I can go and have it matched or made for me. So thank you to Joe. I really appreciate that, man. It was very cool of you. So the other things that we're going to do, well, we're going to do all of it. We're going to give the cabinet a really good cleaning, and then we're going to take some goof off, and we're going to get like the tape and stuff off there. I picked up some goof off. And then there's the rails. Now, as you can see, these rails have a nice patina to them, but they are a little dirty. I do not wish to sand the living piss out of these, and that's just a lot to do. And you'll see at some point on some of the wood, there's like these scrapes of white paint. They're around a few places, but again, I don't want to sand this thing to death. So I think what I'm going to do, I've been talking to a couple of people about this, rather than sanding it down, I'm actually going to hit it with a rub down of a dry Scotch-Brite. Now that will take some of the dirt off. It will take some of the patina off, but it will take this nasty stuff off of there. And so a nice dry Scotch-Brite. And then what we'll do after that is we're going to hit it with a nice Danish wood oil. We won't stain it or anything, but we will hit it with a nice Danish wood oil. We're then going to take all of the hardware off of the front. We're going to polish at the same time we're polishing all of this hardware. And then once the paint on the playfield is dry for the touch-ups, we will then hit those areas with a very, very, very fine protective lacquer. And then again, hit it with just a dry Scotch-Brite to give it a little bite, so that when we do all of the rest of the waxing and everything before reassembly, it'll look really, really good. And then we're going to treat all of the inside wood with some nice furniture oil as well. Obviously nothing, water or anything like that. But, and then we're going to do the same to the legs, although they're pretty nice. And we'll do, like I said, the cabinet cleaning and little bits of touch up. I'm going to do some matching, and we will go from there. But the game is playing nicely now, and so I'm looking forward to getting to work on the cosmetics. So let's go ahead and strip down the playfield. I've got my table over here next to it with my blanket down, and all I do when I'm stripping these down is literally just go from there to there. That way, aside with all of my pictures that I take, I've got at least a good layout of where everything came from. So we'll go ahead and start with that. Okay, so I was going to show you guys something real quick. When I was reassembling this game after I got it, there was something missing. I was short posts, and this is the old Williams style post, or this type, and you cannot get these. I just forget about it. And I even hunted eBay, so I had temporarily replaced them with this. But as you guys saw in one of my last videos, I've got this epic junk drawers, and guess what I found? And so I'm just going to have to go through and do some matching up, but now I have the right kind of posts to go with the game. Just thought I'd share that with you quick. Okay, guys, so here we are all stripped down and ready to go. I've gotten everything off the playfield. I didn't end up taking out the switches because they were actually soldered really close with no play, so it would be really tough to remove them without soldering or without desoldering them. And I feel like I did remove the Mylars that were on there. Interesting underneath, but these are going to be covered by skirts anyway, so not too concerned about it, but I think it looks a little better. So we're going to go through and start some cleaning. As I've talked to you endlessly about in previous videos, I like to use Gojo or waterless hand cleaner of some kind, and other things if I have to. But so we're going to go through and give this a clean up and try and get it as nice as I can, and then we will join you in just a little bit. Sit rep. So here's where we're at. I've been cleaning for about 3 hours now on the playfield, and I'm getting frustrated because you know how you get to the point where it's like you've been cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning, and the playfield is bad enough it just doesn't feel like you made a fucking dent. It's kind of where I'm at. I'll show you in just a second here, but it's going to be more repainting than I figured, but I don't want to go like hog wild and repaint the whole bloody thing, but we're going to get close. Let me show you a trick. I used this in last year's expo video. I showed a lot of people how to do this, but I'll show you again. What I've done is I've got a lot. You can see them over there. I've started to line up all of my paints because I've got quite a bit of them. And I make myself a color sheet. I take all of the colors that I think are close or really bloody close, and I put them on a sheet of paper so I can write on it. And then along the edge, it's clear. It's just a laminated sheet of paper. That way I can take my notes for colors, and then I can go through and I can hold up against the playfield over the clear and see how close a match it is. And I'll show you this in just a second, but then I can just wipe off, I can take a rag and just wipe off the colors I don't want and write on there which ones I am going to use. And if there's some that's really close, then I can do a little mixing and matching. Or if I'm too far off, I can take my color book and I can head on down to Walmart and pick up a new color for 50 cents. I mean, come on, it's not the world's biggest investment. So let me show you where we're at. Okay, so as you can see, it's a lot cleaner than it was. There's still a lot of dirt that's so embedded. This actually is a lot cleaner than it looks on camera. But there's still a lot of dirt that's just so embedded that it's not coming out of there. But see, what I do with these sheets is I then lay it up against, and you can see that one color is really bloody close to the, again, it's tough to tell with improper lighting too, but you can see how close that color is. And I think, it's closer than somebody matched it over there, but we're really close. So I think that'll work. My red is super close there. And then on my yellows, I just go through and I find one that I think is the closest that I can get, which is probably that one. Greens, that's a whole other matter. I think my green is really close there. But I think for my blues, I think that one is it. So I'm going to go ahead and mark these. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it one more clean down again. And then I'm just going to start at the top. And I'm just going to start going around and making stuff look better. I may lighten up this red a little bit. Or what I may do is go into my daughter's room and see which of my fucking colors she has stolen from me this week, because she has a rather nasty habit of doing that. She's really into arts and crafts, and she'll say, Dad, can I borrow a color? I just use a tiny little squirt, and then I found like 12 of my colors empty in her room. So I'm going to go see what she stole and seeing if I can light this. I think all the other colors, I think we're close, but I think this red, God, that green is good, isn't it? I think it's the red's the only one we're really off on. Then, of course, my whites. I've got several different whites. And I'm just going to have to do a little mixing and matching, because the whites I don't have to do a ton of. It's really close. That's my toasted marshmallow, actually. So it's really close. That may be close enough. Yeah, again, yellows. I think that's probably it. So I'm going to go through, give them one more clean, and then we're going to just start from the top and see what we can get done today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have winners for the paint match. So here's what we have come up with. This is my final colors. Green, we have Kelly green. For the yellow, we have golden yellow. It looks probably a little worse on camera, but it's dead on, actually. For the blue, we have Tuscan blue, and that is basically bloody perfect. Golden yellow, Kelly green, Tuscan blue. For the red, we have candy apple. It was hidden away in my daughter's room, but we have it and it works. And then for the whites, we have toasted marshmallow. Now for the peach, that is basically the skin color for this, I'm not there yet. I'm probably going to go over to Walmart and go shopping. I'm going to take my color book with me because I can't get it. I'm close, but I can't quite get it. So, and that's going to be one of the most critical ones because it's in one of the most critically visible spots. So I'm just going to match it up best I can and go get what I can. They're 50 cents a bloody thing, all from the lovely people at Apple Barrel Acrylic Paints. Maybe they'll sponsor me if I talk them up enough. But so that's where we're at. And we're just going to start at the top and we're just going to start little touch-ups here and there and work our way down. So we will see you in a bit.
dude.
Okay, so day one is done of touch-ups. We've got a lot of touch-ups done, but a lot to do. The color is actually not bad. It's still got to do quite a bit of drying, so over the next day it's going to dry darker. I've only done some of the touch-ups so far. I haven't done her eye, and then there's a lot of highlights to do. And once the highlights go in, that's when things really pop. But considering where this was this morning, I'm pretty happy. There's still an awful lot to do, and this is very dirty and very beat up, but it's looking a lot better. So, we're going to let things dry. I'm going to go get some nice peach, and we'll continue on with this tomorrow. Okay, everybody, so it's been a nice long weekend. We're getting to wrap up for the weekend now. A lot done on here. There's still a couple little spots I'm going to do here and there. I've got some touch up to finish, but I'll show you in a second here kind of where we were at. Let me show you some before pictures of how just bad it was. It's by no means perfect right now, and with the pop bumper areas, they're not perfect, but I'm not too concerned about that because that's all going to be covered by the pop bumper skirts. So yeah, let me kind of show you, you see the befores there, but let me show you the after of the weekend's work and what we've got left to do. So, not bad. It's not perfect. There was some dirt that just wouldn't come out, but again, I'm pretty happy with the results here, especially around this area. It turned out really good. I know it looks like there's black streaks, but it's actually just the shadow from the switches. Yeah, things actually turned out pretty nice. Like I said, pop bumpers are actually going to be covered by skirts, so I'm not too concerned. Everything else, you know what? It's not bad. Better than I thought it would be. So, the other thing I did start, I want to show you, kind of see here half and half on this rail. This is what I've done with just a dry Scotch-Brite to take the dirt off. And it worked a treat. And then down here is just treated with a little bit of Danish oil. And it looks really nice. Has a nice patina to it back. I didn't lose the patina in the because we didn't really sand the hell out of it. We just used the Scotch-Brite to rough it up a little bit and get the dirt out. Just a dry green Scotch-Brite. And then the oil, kind of brought it all back to life. And so I'm really happy with how that looks. So we're going to do a little more cleaning this week. I'm going to do just a couple of last bits here and there. Then we're going to give it a very light coat of clear just to protect the paint that we have done. Just a very, very light coat. And then go over that with just a piece of paper. To kind of polish it off. Then we're going to do several coats of wax. While we're doing that, we're going to clean all of the bits. Get all that nice and clean. We're going to do the same treatment to the wood rails around here. And then we're going to clean the cabinet and do a little paint match and touch up. But I'm really happy with how the paint match came out on this. I think it looks really good. So it certainly looks better than it did before. So I'm going to call this at least probably a pretty decent win. So that's what we've got left. And then, of course, polishing and cleaning the front door. And then this will be ready to go away to Rob Burke. So that's kind of what we got done this weekend. I hope you enjoyed some of this, and I hope you got a little bit out of it. I hope you learned a couple of things. Please let me know of any questions that you've got, and I'm happy to try and answer the best I can, or at least fake one. Until then, I hope everybody had a good time at Expo. I watched it online. Rob, you did an amazing job, as always. And to my friends like, Mike Hale and the other guys who were there. Good job on your lectures. You did amazing. Really enjoyed them. But thank you for spending a little time with me this weekend on this. I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween and a wonderful weekend, and we will see you guys throughout the week. Until then, like, share, subscribe, and know that I very much appreciate all of you, and I appreciate everything you guys do for me. And I appreciate you coming on to watch me rant and be narcissistic and talk about myself for hours on end. Thank you very much, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.